Good morning students, welcome to the online teaching session of Academic World School Bemetra. This is our second lecture for the chapter The Indian Constitution. So now we will recall what we had discussed in the last class and then we will proceed further. So in the last class we had started the chapter with the definition of Constitution. Constitution is a set of rules and regulations which are very much essential for a smooth operation, smooth running of a nation. And then we had discussed that why does a country need a constitution? That was our topic. And today we will continue with this topic. We had discussed few points of these questions, of this topic, that why does a country need a constitution? And the first one is that the constitution, it tells us about the kind of the country, about the kind of the nation that the people of that nation, that the citizen of that nation aspire to live in, desire to live in. The second point that we had discussed, that we need to have a constitution because it is the constitution who define the nature of a country's political system. The third point that we had discussed was we need a constitution so that it protects us. Us means the citizen. We need a constitution because the constitution protects its citizen from the powerful authority. And in this point we had taken the example of Suresh and we had related it with the Suresh as a public representative who was acting as a monitor in the class. He had misutilized his power. So students, now we will go for the fourth point for the same topic. Why does a country need a constitution? We need a constitution, a country need a constitution because it is the constitution who tells, who defines, who says, who ensures that a dominant group, doesn't use its power, against whom? Against the less powerful person or group. Here, two terms that I need to explain, that I need to define is, the first one is the majority and the second one is the minority. Who are in majority, who are in minority, what is the meaning of this majority, we will discuss now. Majority means, simply we can write here, we can define it as more in number, majority. Minority, less in number. Okay, so dominant group, mostly we can consider the dominant group as the majority group, and the less powerful person here has discussed about minority, means those whose number less. Okay, let's take an example in the classroom. Boys and girls are there. Suppose boys, there are 20 boys and there are 15 girls. Now tell me student, which group is majority and which one is the minority? This one is the majority, whereas this one is called as minority. So This is all about this majority and minority. Now we will understand this with an example, with a story that has given in our book. So it is the game period which was about to begin. In the story, it was the game period which was about to begin, and the girls, they were expecting, they were interested to play basketball, whereas the boys, they all see. This one we have taken only an example, students. The girls were interested for basketball, boys want to play cricket. So there is a problem in between both the group. They went to the teacher. They went to the teacher for getting a solution. The teacher solved the problem. The teacher settled the problem with a show of hand. It means the teacher simply said to them, those who are interested to play cricket, raise your hand. And all the boys raised their hand. So student, how many of the members of the classroom, how many members of the class said to play cricket? 20. This we have taken only one example, okay, and we are relating it. Whereas the girls, they only raised to play basketball, and the problem solved. As the boys were more in number, they won. They went to play basketball. They went to play cricket. Whereas the girls, they did not get a chance to play basketball. Here, who is in the majority group? The boys are in the majority group. Who are in the dominant group? The boys are, we can call them as dominant group. Who are less powerful and who are in minority? The girls are. So this was all about the story. And what we learned from this story? In this story, the interest of the girls, or we can say the interest of the minority, excluded. The interest of the girls and the interest of the minority neglected. Why? Only one reason is there. Because their number is less. They are less in number because of that. So we need to have a constitution. Why? Because it is the constitution who ensure us, who provide that a dominant group, the group which are more in number in the society, doesn't use its power. Here what happened? The boys who are more in number, they raise their hand, and in terms of that, they won. It means they use their power. They use their power against whom? As the boys were in the majority, they use their power for the minority or against the girls. But if we will be having a constitution there, then it would not have happened. The minority will not sacrifice. The interest of the minority would not have neglected. Okay? So we need to have a constitution so that the majority group of people, the dominant group of people, the people who are more in number, doesn't use their power against those people who are less in number. Because of this, we need a constitution. Sometime in our society also, the majority group, the majority group, they the majority group treat the minority not equally. The unjust treatment of the majority is called as tyranny. We can term it as what? Tyranny. So the unjust treatment of the majority towards the minority called as tyranny, and in that story the dominant group, the boys group, they neglected simply the interest of minority. But as we all are having a constitution for our nation, in the society, a dominant community, a community who is more in number, doesn't interfere, doesn't neglect the interest of the minority. Means one group of community, one group of member will not dominate other group at any condition. Why? Because we all are having constitution, and the constitution doesn't permit all this. This was all about our fourth point, students. Now we will move for our fifth point. That is, why does a country need a constitution? The fifth point is that why does a country need a constitution? Is we need a constitution that saves us from ourselves. So why do we need a constitution, students? We need a constitution because the constitution only saves us from ourselves. How a constitution is saving us from ourselves? This is the fifth point, or we can say this is the last point. Constitution saves us from ourselves. I know, students, after listening this, you will be reacting strange. You will be reacting odd. Yes, it sounds strange that how the constitution saves us from ourselves. How it is possible? Students, sometimes we take decision, and that decision taken by us may give pleasure for a while, for a short term. But in long term, if we will watch, then we found that it is not giving pleasure to us. Let's understand more. Suppose because of this party and politics, one may expect, one may wish for what? Wish for a dictator form of government. Why? Because someone getting fed up with this party politics and all that. So he desired that okay, if there will be a dictator form of government, then there will be no party, no politics, and there will be a strict rules and regulations. Yes, somewhere he may correct, he may not correct. But if this wish of that person will fulfill, then in the long run, in the long term, he may face problem. And not only he, the whole community will face problem because of this decision. So sometimes the constitution protects us from ourselves. How? Before taking any decision, if we will follow the constitution, then it can be a good decision. And we cannot go, we cannot run, we cannot rule, we cannot even make law beyond the constitution. We have to follow. Let's understand more in detail about these points. This was all about a girl. She is Shabnam. So this is the story of Shabnam, who was having her exam, her test in the next day, and in the evening time she was very worried. She was worried because she was in a dilemma. She was having two desires in the same time. One, watching television, and another desire that Shabnam was having was was revision for examination. Shabnam was a student. She was very worried. Why? Because she was studying. She was revising for her class test, for her test, and in the same time she also desired to watch her favorite television show or TV show, we can say. And she knew very well, if she will watch this television show, then she may not get time to revise the last two chapters that will come in the examination. As she was worried, her mother asked to her, Shabnam, why you are so worried? And Shabnam shared her problem with her mother. Shabnam shared that, mother, I am so worried because I want to watch my favorite television show. And I also know, if I will watch that, then I may not get time to complete last two chapters revision. She also asked to her mother, she also suggested to her mother that I am having an idea that if you will also close the television, you will also switch off the television, then I may not desire to watch that. And then after listening to Shabnam, their parents closed the television. And then Shabnam concentrated a lot for her examination. She studied those two chapters that were remaining. And then in the next day she went for the examination. As she went there, while writing, she realized that most of the questions were from the last two chapters. And she also realized that if she would go for watching the television show, then she may not able to attend, able to write the answers, and she may have and she may not have a good examination. She may not write a good paper. So what we understood from this story, here Shabnam shared her problem with all her family members. She also suggested, and she got a collective decision. She got a collective decision which was very much helpful for all. So like that, students, if we will follow the constitution, it saves us from ourselves. Now the next topic that we will discuss is the key features of Constitution. The key feature of the Constitution. So there are many features of the Constitution, students, that we will discuss here. But first, let me to write the topic. Features of Indian Constitution. Students, Constitution is set of rules and regulations that are very much essential for the running of a smooth operation and running of a country. Now we will discuss about the feature of the Indian Constitution. But before that, we'll talk about the independence. India got independent in the year, we got independence in the year 1947. Okay, and the independence was a result of our national struggle. We got independence in the year 1947, and this independence we got as a result of our national struggle. We can say because of many national movement, the Indian national movement. Why the people struggled? People struggled here with a desire. With a desire, with an imagination for a free India. The people desired, the people did the struggle, people participated in the national movement. Why? Because with a desire for a free India. And then finally India became independent in the year 1947. And then after, how would be the political system of India? You know, all the people that desired for a free India, and this free India, they wanted to be a democratic nation. Who desired for a democratic nation? The people of India. They desired, they wanted, they demanded for what? A democratic nation. Why they demanded, you know? They demanded because they had suffered a lot during the authoritarian rule of the colonial government. When the company was ruling, when the Britishers were ruling to the Indians, there was no freedom, there was no liberty, and they all experienced. As they all had experienced they demanded for a democratic nation. They desired a nation where there will be equal participation in decision making. Who desired? The people of India. They desire such a nation where the people can participate equally, where not only in the decision making but also in the formation of the government, where they can give vote and they can directly elect their own representative, where there will be enough liberty, freedom, where the people of India can enjoy it. But students, this was not done, this happened, but this was not done by one person. It was 300 people. It was 300 people who became the member of the Constituent Assembly. Who became the member of the Constituent Assembly, and they met periodically for remain 3 years. As these 300 people became the member of the Constituent Assembly in the year 1946. Okay, they met for 3 years periodically to make, to form, to frame such a constitution, such rules and regulations which will be accepted by the whole nation, which will be accepted by the people of the country. And then they made also. Students, in the next class we will continue these key features of the Indian Constitution. This was all about today's. The assignments related to this topic has been uploaded in ERP. I request you all to download those and do it as soon as possible. Thank you.